I had to change my England kit for this game because I'm sick. 33 years of misery. I'm actually immune to the pain. Being an Arsenal fan, of course. Going trophyless for 22 years. And now, just as I thought things were looking bright, England, you do the same thing again. I'm going to say this in the most miserable tone ever. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I'm actually still in shock about the loss. If you're new here, yeah, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment down below. If you're Argentinian, go on, mate. Have your fun in the comment section. All right? The floor is yours. Do what you got to do. England. You had 9 minutes, bruh, to hold on to the lead and take us to the glory land, which is the final. But we couldn't do it, unfortunately, due to the fact that some substitutions did not need to be made and some substitutions should have been made earlier. I'm going to speak about all the positives of the game. How did the game start? Now, if you know these two on my screen right now, you know they've been extreme rivals and they've had a lot of hostility, not only inside the cage, but outside the cage. And that's how this match started off. It was like UFC. If you don't know who they are, YouTube them. They had a great rivalry when UFC was first around. But yeah, this is how this started off this game. A lot of punching in the head, a lot of tackles that didn't need to be made, a lot of harsh challenges. And I think I know why. It's Argentina's way of trying to get into the player's head. And I think it worked for the best part because Elliot Anderson, who I've been going out and, targeting for a lot of his performances, ended up getting a yellow card in the first half. So straight away there, I knew it was going to be a unclean game, not much sportsmanship, but it's Argentina. That's what they're known for. We saw last World Cup what they did to Netherlands when they kicked the ball into the substitutes bench. And I mean, look, we're not surprised how this game was going to go. Final on the line. Both teams want to win, but just one was using dark arts, one wasn't. First half was a bit lackluster, I'll be honest. There wasn't real attempts on goal. I think it was about who's going to get sent off first. And I think that's why it was a bit stop and start. Silly fouls, silly challenges. I think the referee did a great job of allowing play to carry on. I think he also did a good job at calling the yellows when they needed to be called. I think he managed the game really well. I felt like he gave the decisions the right way. I know some of the players were contesting about handball and, some fouls in the box. But I think he actually did a great job. There was no VAR controversy in this one. Argentina, I can't call them that this match because we never had anything under review. Nothing to do with the referees interfering with the game and giving a call their way, which could lead to a goal. It was just purely our fault. But yeah, the first half was not great at all. Now, the second half, however, started quite interestingly. I mean, Alvarez had a great pop at Pickford. And Pickford, he had some great moments in this game. Made some good saves. Again, I feel like his performances are slowly picking up. And I know people might say, what about the goals that went in? Listen, here's what I'm going to say about the goal that went in, yeah? Especially Martinez's one. If you look at where Martinez is placed, look where Stones is, look where Konsa is, you can see there is no man marking. When you have 6 defenders playing, we can't blame Thomas Tuchel for this one. When you have 6 defenders playing, there should not be a gap that big between a striker who is world class, yeah, does the job for Inter every single year, having a free header, first of all. That is nothing to do with Pickford. And I think the bright spark for England this match was Jude Bellingham and Jed Spence. Jed Spence played phenomenal. I mean, that last dish challenge he did with Simeone when they were through on goal. I mean, yeah, he was looking really, really bright. I was really impressed with Jed Spence. I know he's a Spurs player. I shouldn't be saying that, but he did a really, really good job. And I think going forward, he's looking like England's starting left back if he carries on these performances. And he's still young. He could be leaving Spurs. Somebody asked me the other day, would you take him at Arsenal? I don't know if I'd take a Spurs player at Arsenal, but I mean, if he came on a free or we got him for dirt cheap, why not? But our left back position is covered. Anyway, let me return back to the England game. Argentina were doing well to keep the pressure on us before England scored their first goal. And I think Thomas Tuchel, that was his plan because he was kind of absorbing and being patient. England were quite patient at the start of the second half. I think waiting for the right opportunity to go out and score the goal. And that's what they did. And look, Morgan Rogers playing out of position on the right side, got an assist. I was a bit skeptical at first. Him playing on the right. I mean, you think about it, you've got Madueke and you've got Saka. Both natural right wing players, both left-footed, cut in, or they can cross the ball. But Morgan Rogers, he doesn't strike me as a natural winger. I'd probably say behind the striker. Maybe on the left as well. But I wouldn't say he's a right winger. And I think he did really well for this game, considering he's playing out of position. I think England were doing well to contain Argentina up until that point. I know there was a few moments where Argentina looked like they were about to score a goal, and England did well to hold on. Now, here comes the part I hate the most, the hydration break. Whenever this hydration break comes, honestly, I've told you guys in the past, this is when momentum shifts. After a hydration break, I don't know what they drank, the Argentinian team. I don't know if it was creatine. I don't know if it's TRT. I don't know if it's a special potion. I don't know what they were having, yeah? Because I know for a fact it wasn't Lucozade, because they came out like Super Saiyans. There was about 10 Gokus on the pitch, and in goal, we had Vegeta. They were just on it. Now, it could be, obviously, another reason. Thomas Tuchel decided to go more defensive, 6 defenders on the pitch. Is he to blame? No, I don't think he is. Because look, if you've got 7-8 minutes left to kill off the game, you're going to make the low block changes. It's natural. We've seen it with club football. We've seen it towards the end of the matches in World Cups when teams want to hold on to a lead. This is the natural tactical change you do in a game to see it out. So this is why I can't blame Thomas Tuchel. I think any manager out there would do the same thing. Arsenal, again, after bring it to them, we do the same thing as well. I've seen Chelsea do it. They do it, obviously, all the time. But that tactical change is what is the new norm of modern day football anyway. Hydration break. I can't count the amount of times Argentina hit the post. I think it was about 3 times. And Messi, it's like he transformed into his 25-year-old self. He was ripping everyone. The crosses that came in, they were all trying to get the goal. They all said, we ain't leaving without a goal. The changes that Argentina made definitely impacted the game. Impacted Argentina in a positive way. De Paul came on, influenced the game, made impact, crossing the ball in, and then bam, look. Enzo Fernandez, class player. When you give him space, he will do damage. And damage he did. Superb strike. We can't take nothing away from him. He did a great strike in the goal. Now, we, at this point in time, as fans, are probably thinking, cool. 1-1, we'll go to the 90th minutes, have a little reset, we got extra time. But what happens? We switch off again. A simple cross, Martinez free, boom. And this is why I say you can't blame Pickford, man. You got 6 defenders on. You got Dan Burn. I'm 6'3". I think he's taller than me. You got John Stones. You got Ezri Konsa. And then Martinez, who's shorter than all 3 of them, has got like 2-3 yards of space in front of him and behind him to have a header. Why is this happening? This is what happens. Lack of concentration against a world-class team. This isn't group stage no more. You're not playing teams like Panama. You're not playing teams like, no disrespect, Ghana or Congo. You're playing Argentina, who just won the previous World Cup. And we're switching off. And we're allowing simple things to happen. So now it's 2-1 and you're chasing the game. But you can't chase the game because you have 6 defenders on. Because of the tactical change of what you wanted to do to see the game out. We tried to bring Ivan Toney on, but it's too little too late. He's not going to make much difference. He's not even played this whole tournament. We're chucking him on thinking he's going to do something and he doesn't. Argentina were just a better team. After a hydration break, Argentina were just a better team. We couldn't soak up the pressure. Players were tired. Rice was absolutely mash up. 66th minute, I looked at this guy's eyes and I think he saw white light. He looked so bad. And I've not seen Rice this fatigued in my life. We saw Saliba last night. Went down with a back injury. We know he needs surgery. This is why I said fresh legs for this type of team who like to run at players, who like to run at defences. You need fit legs. And unfortunately, it came back to bite us in the back. England will now have to play for 3rd place. If we lose that, I mean, mate, it's just done, bro. I don't know what to say no more. But I'm still proud of the boys. I'll be honest. I'm still proud of the boys. I don't know if any other players that were left behind could have made an impact going on that in those last 10 minutes. I don't know if there's any other players that I probably would have played. I mean, actually, if I did that pick, I'd probably say I'd rather have seen Saka and Madueke come on, probably at 1-1, just to show a bit of urgency. But I think we'd made all our substitutions by then. But this World Cup has taught us a lot about England. I think certain players are very overrated. I think certain players have proved themselves that, you know what, they deserve a big move. Jed Spence, come to Arsenal, mate. I know I just said earlier on I wouldn't want a Spurs player at Arsenal, but if you come to Arsenal, we could throw Calafiori left centre back. We could chuck you left back, no problem. And look, even Rashford, I think the start of the World Cup, I saw a few flashes of him where he looked like his old self. Gordon as well. I don't think he's had a bad tournament. I know he's a bit up and down. Elliot Anderson, I'm not going to speak on him. You know my stance on him already. Bellingham, again, clutch player, man. This guy's so good. Like, he, up front for us, is the only creativity and magic that's happening. We have to be honest. He's the only one that's pulling the strings up front. Defence, I'll probably say it's the wing-backs, Reece and James. They're doing a great job. The centre-back situation is a bit unfortunate. But, again, we have players playing that have won cups this season. We've had Mark Gahey, who's won 2 cups with Man City. We have Ezri Konsa, who's just won the Europa League with Aston Villa. So it's not like we've got bums playing there, but I do feel like in the past we probably had strength in terms of centre-back. Would Maguire have made a difference? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we've lost. We're at the tournament now, and it's down to Spain, and it's down to Argentina in the final. I think a lot of people predicted France and Argentina, rematch of the 2022 World Cup. But no, it's going to be Spain. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for listening. What a great tournament it's been, considering all the issues outside, considering all the issues in terms of time zone. But yeah, this is where England finish their World Cup, return back to England, and get ready for the new Premier League season, or whichever league they're playing, La Liga, like Gordon. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, guys. Make sure you comment down below how you think the game went. And do you think Tuchel made a mistake by not taking certain players? Till next time.